Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box, an unboxing of a game from an era I've not played before, and it's Napoleon's Last Battles from 2015 and published by Decision Games. Now this has a bit of a story behind it. As some of you may know, that I co-host a weekly wargaming vlog on YouTube called The War Room, and at the time of videoing this, a couple of weeks previous, we had Hex to Hex on, and we were chatting about Napoleonic games, and I said I haven't even contemplated playing one, and Hexy was trying to convince me, and he said, I've got a game. He said that will probably be a good introduction to Napoleonic games, Napoleon's Last Battles, and he said, I'll send it to you. And I thought, crikey, well, okay. However, it turned out that he got the game sent to me, because of course he's in the States, I'm over here in old Blighty. He got it sent to me via Second Chance Games. He said it was cheaper for him to do that than send his game and pay the postage. Crazy world. However, his game was the SPI version of this game, because this is a reprint, I understand, of the SPI version that came out, I believe, in 1976. So there we are. But thank you very much, Hex to Hex. Good old Hexy. That means now I've got to play a Napoleonic war game. I just hope it doesn't open up another Pandora's box. But what's all this about? Napoleon has escaped exile on Elba to retake the French throne in early 1815, but is surrounded by the armies of the 7th Coalition, determined to remove him again. Napoleon's only chance is a preemptive strike to disrupt the coalition's plans and perhaps cause it to fall apart. Belgium has the closest targets, the armies of his two most steadfast opponents, Britain and Prussia. The French concentration, secret and swift, catches the coalition armies off guard. For 4 days, the armies manoeuvre and clash, with the fate of Europe in the balance. So, as it goes on to say, this game is a reprint and update of the classic SPI game. The map covers the entire campaign area, featuring the towns, roads, rivers, woods, chateaux, and ridges that affected the fighting. The colourful units in the game include infantry, cavalry, and artillery brigades, plus key leaders. The original game's scenarios are intact, covering the entire campaign, or just using a portion of the map and counterset to cover each of the 4 principal battles fought historically: Ligny, Quatre Bras, Wavre, and Waterloo, or La Belle Alliance. The one-day mini-campaigns and a Wavre variant from DG's 1995 reprint also return. Over 90 extra units have been added to make potential reinforcements available, to modify the original order of battle due to new research, or to give players the means to alter each army's countermix. Optional rules present variants for several of the standard rules. So here's part of the map, and these, as they call them, colourful counters. And in the box we've got 400 die-cut counters, 2 34 by 22 inch maps, colour rules booklet, colour campaign analysis, 1 6-sided die, and some storage bags. And over here it says players 2, playing time 2 to 8 hours, complexity medium, looks like 3 out of 5, and the solitaire suitability medium again, 4 out of 5. Okay, let's get the shrink wrap off. The shrink wrap is off. We've got 2-inch box, and the cover art on the box lid is wonderful. Again, a conflict I know very little about, but hopefully find out more as time goes on. Right, let's see what's in the box. First thing we see is a bag with some baggies and a D6. And then the 4th edition rules. So let's have a look at those. These 4th edition rules come in at 32 pages, I believe. Yes, full colour on that sort of thickish paper stock that Decision Games tends to use. So originally designed in 1976 for SPI, Kevin Zucker. We had the 3rd edition by Decision Games in 1995, and now we've got this 4th edition. So contents, a bit of historical background, how to read the rules with an introduction, components and scenarios, explanation of the counter types and the sequence of play. 2-column, quite small font, but doesn't look too bad. Movement, combat, artillery and the chateau, with a combat example here. Army morale, your leaders, command, reorganisation, core morale, supply, some optional rules, variant rules, quite a few of those. And then it looks like we're into the scenarios. So we've got about 16 pages of rules. Here's Ligny, Quatre Bras, Wavre, and La Belle Alliance. And then you can do the whole campaign. Now, if I remember watching some YouTube videos, didn't own the original game, but it looked like it was on 4 separate maps and you could put them together and then play a campaign. This is slightly different, as you'll see when we get the maps out, I believe. So here's the campaign. Quatre Bras variant. And one for Ligny and Wavre and La Belle Alliance. And then the Waterloo itself. And here at the end we've got, it looks like orders of battle. So we've got French Army of the North, the Prussian Army of the Lower Rhine, the Allied Army of the Low Countries, French substitution, Prussian and Allied substitutions, and then at the end, combat results table, explanation and a train effects chart. There we go. Them's the rules. Next, we've got a full colour, what they call a campaign analysis, and these are articles taken, I believe, from their Strategy and Tactics magazine and put together in a little booklet, which Decision Games tends to do. So, here we've got all these articles, full colour. So this will be worthwhile for me to read because, as I say, I know virtually nothing about the Napoleonic conflicts. I understand, though, that his idea was to march forward and split up the 2 armies. There we go. It's great they do this. There we are. Next, we've got what looks like, to me anyway, sort of 2 half sheets of counters. Here's the first one. And I have heard that people have called these gaudy, but don't look too bad, I suppose. Oh, they're telling you what they are here. The British, King's German Legion, Netherlands, Hanoverian. These look like out of command tokens, and on the other side I assume they're the reduced side. Quite thin counters, as you tend to get with decision games. So that's the first counter sheet. Here it is. We've got the French Imperial Guard here. Some command tokens for the French, some for the Prussians. Some more outer command tokens. And on the other side, there we go. And lastly, 2 maps. So let's have a look at those. So here's the top map, the northern half. And as I said before, I think in the original SPI version you had 4 separate maps to play the 4 battles, which you could put together to do the campaign. Here they've split them into 2 maps. So up here we've got La Belle Alliance, which is where I understand Napoleon had his headquarters, and Wavre over here. Quite a nice looking map. Not bad quality paper stock, but a little shiny, which might cause problems for us YouTubers. But let's have a little close up. So in the top left hand corner we can see the terrain chart here. The map designed incidentally by Joseph Joust. And down this side, I assume, is the turn track. And in the middle, at the bottom of the map, we can see this is where the other map would join onto it. One of the chateaux here. And over on the right-hand side, we have the map for Wavre. And these are the towns, and these dotted lines are trails. And here's the southern half of the map with a continuation of the turn track down the left-hand side. And at the bottom left of the map we have the terrain key for this map, and this part of the map will be concerned with the Battle of Quatre Bras. And at the other side we have the map for the Battle of Ligny. Them's the maps. So this has been an Open the Box, an unboxing of Napoleon's Last Battles, published by Decision Games. Once again, thanks go to Hex to Hex, good old Hexy, for sending me this game to try and get me into Napoleonics, the rotter. But they do say this is a good intro game to get into that era. So thank you, Hexy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and you found it interesting. If you did and you haven't done so already, it would be great if you would consider subscribing to the channel. It does help. Pushing the like button of the video helps as well, the old thumbs up. And if you want to be informed of other content the channel uploads, then push the bell. Leave a comment. What do you think? I know this has been around a long time and a few people have played it over the years. I'm not sure if Decision Games have done anything to the overall outline of the game, if they tweaked anything, I don't know. But let me know what you think, because as I say, I love to read them. Thanks as always to my subscribers, thank you so much. And just before I go, one last thing. If you want to support the channel a little bit further, well now you can buy the channel a coffee. And those coffees help to maintain the channel and to continue to enable it to upload new content. If you wish to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description, and thank you. So, what has Hexy done now? He was one of the ones that got me into the American Civil War. And now look, it's Napoleon. But that's what's fantastic about this hobby. There's such a wide range of things to learn about constantly. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.